Let's get started with this PSD fix. So I'm going to rotate this. Take a look at it again. And I'll say about that's a good amount of rotation, minus 44. It just occurred to me that I would have more than just this top area to fix. And another thing I've decided to do is not to overwhelm the mesh with a whole bunch of blend shape nodes. So I think I'm going to put all of these under the same blend shape node. I hope I don't regret it. I think it's going to be fine. I'm just going to rename this node BSHP Anatomy and Skinning Fixes. If I do end up regretting it, it doesn't matter. I guess I'll just redo them off screen, but I don't think it should be an issue. So I'm going to add a target here. Make sure the target is added. I won't give it a name yet, and let me take a look at this mesh and actually do a little bit of isolation. And since I am going to use this method where I sculpt on both sides, I'm going to turn on symmetry, and I probably should bring this back and make sure the other side is also rotated to the same amount. Let me do minus 45. I just want to get these whole numbers so I don't, it's easier to deal with this stuff. Yeah, it's definitely melting. Minus 45. Yeah, that's about a good location. All right, let me isolate this. And for something like this, I am going to use my sculpt brushes. And I do want to mention that for this, I'm going to be using my Wacom tablet. I'm not going to be trying to do this with a mouse. Let me see if I can actually do a smoothing of this or a relaxing. I'll try both of them. So I'll start with a relaxing, bring my brush size down and see what a relaxing does. Okay, it works. So it looks like relaxes it nicely. Let me make sure this is being echoed on the other side, and it is, so we're fine. And the next thing, do a little bit more relaxing here. Okay, the next thing I want to do is a build up, and as far as the build up brushes are concerned, I have two that are my favorite. It's this one and the first one here, right? This lift surface and softly lift surface. So let me try the softly lift surface and see what it's going to give. Do some relaxing, smoothing. I think it's be a little simpler to do this with the move brush. This isn't ZBrush, so I should be mindful about type of workflow that I'm used to for building things up. I think for blend shapes, they require a little bit more meticulous movement, specifically in Maya. I'm not going to, I was trying to treat it like it was a ZBrush. I think this is a more powerful way to use it or to build up a form with the move brush. All right, and now I'm also going to get this underside here. It's a little bit of upward movement because this does look weird to have just accumulated a whole bunch of mass. Yeah, I realize I'm getting a bit of a lump here. And just like if I was sculpting in ZBrush, I want to look at every incremental view and make sure that I'm getting a successful silhouette. And I want to be careful not to go too far here. I just want to make sure that a movement here is not making too much impact over here, because this is just a rotation of the humerus. Shouldn't extend all the way down here. I want to make sure I leave that area for the shrug that's about to happen. Alright, so I think that's a good fix. I think it looks pretty good. Alright, if we disable this and detrigger, that's the original, and this is the fix, and it looks very nice. So I'm going to name this TRGT left delt fix on humerus abduction. Or these names are going to get very long, so I'm going to try to not go too far. Go delt armpit fix on humerus abduction. I just really want them to be descriptive, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to come back here looking at this stuff and be confused about what does what. So I just want to make sure I understand what I changed. Now, just to be on the safe side, I do think I'm going to keep this original, and actually what I'm going to do is change this so that it's like a mirrored version. It's both sides. It's neither left or right. And then I'm going to duplicate it and hide this. So if I ever want to make an edit to it, I can make it to this source and reduplicate it to create the opposing sides. So with this duplicate, I am going to name it left, and then duplicate it again and call this one right. And then I'm going to do the thing I did previously. I'll hide the left side, and since I'm looking at the right, I'll activate edit, turn off symmetry, grab my eraser, morph eraser, and pretty much erase all the morph work that I did on this side. So I'll just erase it. So now that I'm sure I've gotten rid of everything on this side, I'll deactivate the edit mode and go to the other one and do the same. I'll activate edit, and since this is the left side, I'm going to erase the right. You want to do a really good job with this erasing. You want to make sure you have a big enough brush and you extend and erase everything you did, since this duplicate and flip is misbehaving.